So in the past, when I've seen these rocks, and they're all over Australia, these rocks, and it's really quite annoying, the fact that I've had to come to this method to actually know what all my rocks and minerals really are. And so this is what I would just call a siltstone, a claystone, sorry, based on the fact that the tiny, you can see on the by 8, it looks a little bit clastic. And it's super fine. So the by loop, that 0 to 2 is, well, the 1 to 10 is 1 centimeter. And that all seems reasonable. And I'd say it's undergone some metamorphosis because siltstone should be soft and crumbly, and this is rock hard. Even though even soft rocks are still rocks, but they're not rock hard. And then I guess you could go to the going to the by 1000, and I'm just going up and down on there, and you can see it's amorphous, and the silt is down to 0.0, basically twice the smallest increment, and it's still smaller than that on this by 1000. And so at the end of the day, you really can't, geologists don't have the skills to really tell what that is without a microscope. And so there's, in the top left-hand corner, that's what it looks like. And we've got brown rocks like that all the time. But you can see here that it's just amorphous. And then there's large pieces of quartz, and that makes no sense. And then there's little black bits, but they're not augite. They're irregular. And so it's not sort of some siltstone meshed together. And if you look here at the by 100, you can see the irregular grains. So there's not augite or hornblende, which would make no sense anyway because it doesn't pair up with quartz. And so that must be some sort of magnetite. And so this is actually almost 100% iron oxides with little bits of clastic quartz in it. So it's actually ironstone. It's not siltstone that's undergone metamorphosis at all. All right, and I would never have known that without this technique.